compound curved bow, recurved bow, over an amount of time, and it has.
So do you play Hanzo when you play Overwatch?
No, because I'm shooting with a bow and arrow. Like,
Well,
I mean, sorry to disappoint everyone. I usually play Bastion.
oh god.
I'm one of those people.
yeah. Basically, the injuries from that is that it would go all the way through, exit out the back of the spine. If it was shot point rank, it would go through the vena cava.
Ooh.
It would perforate the lungs, go through the sternum, go through the larynx, and yeah.
This is getting very visceral. Okay, no,
Yeah.
who's seen that GIF on Reddit? The guy who stabbed himself with his medieval replica sword.
Oh yeah.
And
Just
they did
the
the
tip.
open heart.
Just the tip.
Yeah, it was just a tip, and they did the open heart surgery, and the heart's beating, and the sword is just like here on the heart,
Yeah.
and they're like pulling it out from his back, and it's just like, holy shit. It's
Yeah,
so
no,
close to the heart.
We've, I've done, I was about to say
Alright.
I've done something similar. In the sense of, we've like dissected live frogs.
Shut up, Jen.
Yeah, Jen, shut up. Please get James off. We can't have sex on stream.
Jesus.
No, James,
Me.
not
Jesus.
Jesus. Do you
I-
Jesus ever went?
I get Jesus off every day.
I get on my knees and please Jesus. Praying! Praying!
Christians, Scientologists, North Koreans, who else?
AIDS.
All right.
Nurses.
All right.
Chimera pigs.
I've got a question for you.
I
That's a
may
bitch.
or may not have an answer.
Okay. So this is relating to one of the Darwin Awards. So if you were going,
But my name's
theoretically, if you were going to steal the engine block out of a truck,
Yeah.
which way available would you go? Would you do
Put some
a
explosives
top and up
underneath
hoist,
it,
or would you
blow it.
bolt it from the underneath?
I would do what my idiot friend did and accidentally drop thermite on the top of his car
Oh dear.
and just fucking rot.
It's really easy to make thermite too.
Yeah,
James,
you're
shut
easy.
up.
Let's go through the detailed instructions of how to make thermite.
What was it? What was it?
When a man and a woman love each other very, very much, thermite. I
Bam!
know.
That's a wrong sort of burning, guys. Like.
Yeah. Don't see your doctor.
It's a different kind of money shot.
Oh god.
Um.
But how would you do it? So what was it? Bolted?
So bolted from underneath, like undoing the bolts from the underneath the chassis, or would you take it out the top? Like, would you hoist the engine out of the top?
I would
Get
hoist
out.
the engine out of the top like, you know, a
So
mechanic.
in 1990 in Sydney, Australia,
Shout out my people.
I was born in 1990.
So was I.
Oh man.
basically
Wow.
there was a truck which was about to
90s
be
babies.
recycled,
Yeah.
That'd be.
and the person decided it would be a good idea
need a
to,
kazoo every
instead of
hour.
doing what they usually do, which is hoist the engine block out of the with using a two-man hoist, take
Okay.
the engine block out. They decided to do the bolts under the chassis while lying underneath the chassis. How much do you think an engine block weighs?
I know about 300 or 400 kilos.
Finest survived. Darwin Awards.
That's like having a horse fall on you.
So he crawled under
No,
cabin.
That's my nickname.
So this guy crawled under the cabin, began loosening the bolts. Suddenly the engine block broke loose and landed on his face.
Oh my god, what a
Killing him
twist. Who would have
instantly.
thought?
Oh no, what an
Police
unforeseen accident.
Police ascertained that he had at least one accomplice, judging by the pool of vomit that was found in the nearby bush.
Fuck.
Wait, this is one person's amount of vomit? Not two, not three.
And the ironic thing is that if the person had come and asked for it, the guy that was scrapping it would have given it to him.
Oh my god. Which
People,
one of
everybody.
these is not like the other? One of these things just doesn't belong. Fuck! Soldier, come back. You can blame it all on me. I was right, but I just can't live without you.
You are so much better at Overwatch than I am.
Yeah, no.
Like, it's pitiful how badly I play this.
I got Overwatch the other day and turned it on, and it was just a bunch of 12s just going at it. I'm like,
Like-
I'm just gonna mute everyone in the lobby. I
Hack!
don't even.
Like, look at this. Overwatch is not as toxic matchmaking as, like, CSGO.
Oh man.
You jump on CSGO and it's just, like, 8 people screaming at you. It's like high school all over again.
Oh, man, fucking.
And you became a
preaching.
teacher.
Yeah.
You became a teacher, voluntarily. I
Fuck
might
you,
add.
9.
Oh. I feel like, as a teacher, though, you can defeat
They
any
suck, man.
argument
That's
year
illegal.
9s can throw at you,
I
just
know.
by throwing out the word penis. Like, a teacher saying the word penis to a bunch of year 9 kids
Was
is
that
just...
Rick just laying on the floor behind you? Who's that? I swear that's looked like Rick and Morty.
Bubbles.
Paint me like
Yeah.
one of your French girls.
Oh, it's Junkrat.
He has no junk.
Did no one else think that was like look like Rick from Rick and Morty?
It does a little bit.
I think that's the idea of it.
Nate, you know that I was once an educator myself, yeah?
Oh, really?
That's true.
Who'd you
How did
educate
education?
them?
How did education go?
High school English.
Did you
I
speak-
have
I hate you.
I have once won an actual argument with a student with the word penis. And I'm no longer a teacher. I'm no longer a teacher. I don't know if that helps at all.
Fuck. Okay, I have 2 questions
Sure.
here. Did you get a payout? And are you now a registered sex offender? I don't like how long you are taking to answer this question.
Well, no. The answer is the answer is genuinely no.
Oh, thank God.
Which is
Pussy.
fortunate.
Genuinely no.
Genuinely no. Yeah.
From the bottom of my heart. No.
It's just that on our podcast we had a conversation about this kind of stuff and it got weird, so I was just getting flashbacks.
I want to reiterate, you did jump into this conversation with, I won an argument with a student with the word penis,
I did.
and I'm no longer a teacher.
No, no.
Fuck! No,
those
didn't make
those
the
two
wall!
things were not linked to each other.
But you made them sound like they were.
I do apologize for that.
Man, I'm having the hardest time keeping track
I'm
of the
sorry to
conversation.
let
I have
my
no fucking
former
clue what's
students
happening.
for the confusion there.
All I heard was like,
Yeah.
oh, students, how much? That's all I heard.
How much for me to say the word penis?
Hey,
That's
guys.
how you make your
Alright, guys.
I used to do that with my year 7 kids. I used to stand up in front and say penis, vagina, boobies, titties, and I used to say all the fun words that everyone loves. And,
And now we've got that out of the way. Sex education.
No. The argument was so someone asked a question in class because I had like a Q&A session at the end of every class sometimes.
I already like you.
And one of the questions was why are rude words funny sounding?
That's a good question. That's
Right?
Fuck, it's great.
They are.
a great question.
And anyway, I got through like connotation and tone and all that sort of stuff, and then one of the other kids was like, they're not all funny. And I just kind of, there was a beat.
You're like pussy, say.
There was a beat, and I just went, penis. And the whole class laughed. I'm like, there you go.
Would it be
proven.
fun?
Science
It would
and
be funny to
delivered.
tell you guys that my name on Steam is Pussy Slayer. The whole class just falls over laughing.
The whole clip.
The whole clip falls over
A
laughing.
clip walks into a bar.
That's how you stimulate a woman.
Oh god.
There are so many people stressed behind the camera right now.
Just want to give a quick shout out to Joel's friend, Cervix Smasher. Jono, if you're out there watching,
And to Jono's business, I'm very sorry about your brute.
he is married. He's a married man.
Oh. His wife.
The average depth of a vagina is about 7 centimeters.
Not anymore with his wife, I bet.
Fuck.
He got bruised.
Right.
What a twist! Fuck.
Ryan just had the most gobsmacked look ever. Just like, what have I done with my life? We're gonna get sued.
By who? His wife?
Alright guys, alright, I have a question for you.
I might have an answer.
Alright, so
This can only go that well.
alright, so if you're out of brake fluid, what would you use as a substitute?
Piss.
Lube.
Okay.
Fuck.
Would
We
you,
answered
would
this
you
question
ever
way too
use
easily.
dishwashing liquid as brake fluid?
No.
I would go no.
No.
This guy did.
Fucking hell.
And I'm guessing he died.
No, New Zealand. So,
New
Oh,
Zealand.
Swift! Shout out to our good friend Swift. He likes sheep in a very inappropriate way.
I'm half Kiwi, thank you very much. So I'm sexually.
Oh.
like sheep?
I'll take a sheep out into a lovely seafood dinner,
I'll take
and when like when I drop them off, when I drop them off home, when I drop them off home, I might lean in for a little bit of a
So fun fact about sheep, some
little bit
farmers,
of
what
a
they'll
peck
do
on the cheek, and
is
then, that's it. That's it.
around the sheep's butt is like a
Oh
whole bunch of
God,
thick folded
no.
skin. They have to like trim that away because flies
Yes.
like living in there.
They lay eggs.
They lay like maggots and all that, and they eat through all that
We're tagging
tissue.
it.
We're tagging out. Pussies. Sorry. Yeah, no, let's keep going with Dom. Let's move on from sheep. Because I'm nursing a semi. Let's keep moving. Let's keep going.
We're talking about trimming sheep's skin flaps, and he's just already. The New Zealand's coming out in you.
Oh my
That's his scene.
No one screen cap that, please, for the love of God.
Oh.
Slightly cross-eyed. Man, this is sick.
Yeah.
Literally, I feel sick right now.
Ways to die.
These pickles are not.
There's an
Why?
eel enema.
Okay, why is there lavender on this like thing of like pickles?
To lull you into a false sense of security before the pickles pounce and come out your asshole with a fiery death.
Sam.
Oh, hey Sam, I didn't see you there.
Go fuck yourself, mate.
Give me a pickle and I will.
If we got Sam one of those sentient Japanese
just big
toilets
enough.
after today, it'd be just like going beep beep. What have I done with my life? Beep beep.
Why do you hate me, Father?
Why do you hate me, Sam? Why do you hate me?
Why is it got a,
Because
why
love
has
is
it
so-
got a German accent?
Why is a toilet
I don't know.
sentient? Why would we make a toilet sentient?
Pretty sure that's in.
Do you wish that you can make a toilet sentient so
Yes,
that every
just so
time
I
you
can
shit
punish
and
it.
flush, it just gargles?
Oh no.
Yes.
That would be the
Why
worst.
have you? That'd be fun.
Oh,
That would be fun.
Shout out to Molox.
Oh god. That'd be best. I reckon I'd do it.
I'd absolutely
Become
do
a
it.
toilet.
Yeah.
I'm all for making things sentient just to make them suffer.
I don't believe in reincarnation, but I'm all for toilets
So
becoming something else.
I really hope there's no such thing as reincarnation and karma.
There absolutely is both of those.
Alright. More science. What should we talk about? What was I thinking? Oh! We got spectral lines of antimatter the other day.
Oh, is that the lines around the black holes that they've been observing?
No, I don't know. Maybe. But, okay, so you know how we know what element is in a star?
It's
So
like
one of the-
mass spectrometry or something like that.
Yeah,
Where you,
yeah.
like-
Well
yeah.
done. So what we do is that we get the light that comes from a star and we split it into the different wavelengths.
It
We
looks like
split
you're about to blow a load set, like Ryan this way.
Sam.
Let me see
I'm
my...
insulted.
I'm sorry, Sam.
Sam is bigger than that.
What is
Better
that?
looking too.
Oh, what the fuck?
Is that gun?
Welcome to the half-hour event of how many people I can shit on.
Ryan's just about to suffocate himself.
He's just like, he's got a garbage bag, bro. He's just like, goodbye, world. I want to make sure.
Oh, I tried to blow myself out of the trap. It doesn't work.
Calm down, Isis.
Jesus! Oh!
Oh no.
Thanks for stopping by, James. That was last episode.
Next time on the
Fuck.
Charity Street.
Yeah. Yeah, we should probably mention that because we've been talking shit for about an
Yeah.
hour or so. But yeah, massive shout out to Rue, Teeth and Generosity. We've put, and everyone behind the cameras over there. One of them's dancing nude. I don't know why. But well done for that. We are currently raising money for a charity known as Child's Play. Child's Play has been around since 2003. And since 2003, they have raised over $40 million. That $40 million has gone towards providing games and consoles to sick children in wards internationally in over, I think, maybe around 100 wards. And that's what we are doing today. Our target is $5,000. Last time I checked, we were at $2,600 maybe an hour or so ago. Is there an update on how much money
it's,
I have for the beer fund?
It's now
for
at a
charity?
healthy $2,770.
Hey.
Hey!
That's a lot of money. You know who deserves an award? The people who donate. Yeah, made that come around in circles.
The thing about the
Well done.
the thing about the charity as well is someone who's worked in hospitals and that, and when you do have pediatric patients, it's terrifying. The young kids, if they've never been in hospital, they've been in the system, it's scary. Because they have to have a wait, or if they have injections, they're having transfusions, having all this sort of stuff. They don't know what's happening. So the charity helps them sort of settle in a little bit and get a bit. So it is really worth charity. It's a charity worth doing. It does a good job.
Definitely.
Doing
Could not
good
agree
work,
more.
Doing good work for 100 wards around the world. Just shout out to them.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Fair. Spectral lines.
Yeah.
So spectral
Stop
lines.
being nice.
Yeah, stop being
being
nice.
nice.
I'm not gonna make it. Fuck. Didn't make it.
You can bomb over.
So we can tell. Oh, what?
Hey, there you go.
I made it. So we can tell what elements are present in a star by spectral lines. Now, each atom, an element, absorbs a certain wavelength of light, and like depending on which wavelengths of light are missing from a star, when we observe the light, we can tell. Oh, fuck, can you jump that? We can tell which elements are actually present in that star. So most stars, depending on how old they are, they can get all the way up to iron. After iron, they can't fuse any heavier elements. So the other elements that are actually in existence occur during supernovas. When a supernova explodes, there's so much force and energy that it starts to fuse some of the larger elements together. Jump out! Fuck off.
There's a really good summary on this on like the history of the universe, I guess, from that Bill Wirtz on YouTube.
Yeah.
Fantastic. It's 20 minutes of your life, I guarantee you should watch.
Got
Because
a-
it explains some of this stuff
question for
really well too.
What do you think is brighter? A supernova
Okay.
As far as a supernova seen as far away from the far away as the sun is from the Earth.
Yeah.
So that's a distance. Or 1,000 hydrogen bombs